What? What's going on? Oh my god. Who got it? Did anyone get it? No one got it? Incredible. What a scam. What a scam. Fix it? Fix it? How do I fix it? Hold on. Hold on, let me see here. Panel points. Okay, okay. Teacher's pet. Edit. Edit this. Per stream, I should do 2. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, wait, what is a community challenge? I wonder what that is. Wow, just a, just a human guy. Wow. Greedy. Wow. Incredible. Wow, amazing. 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 Oh my. Look at that. Look at that. Go getter. That's quality I like. Student. Wow. There you go. Okay, oh, I have to teach. I guess I have to teach. Time to teach. What am I teaching again today? This stuff. Oh, I suppose I should start some music. Oh, this song. Driving me insane at this point. Alright. Okay. Everyone come on in. All 4 of you attending class. Have a seat. Spread out. I mean, there's only 4 of you. So, you know, spread out. Get comfortable. Get your coffee ready. Your coffee ready. Get your thinking caps on. Get ready to engage your minds. That's what we're doing here. That's what a math class is deep down. What's the point of a math class? Don't get distracted by the specifics. We're flexing our brains. We're going to the gym for our brain. It's a wonderful place to exercise logic and reasoning. And that's what we're doing here, folks. Speaking of that, that's what I'm going to test you on at 1 p.m. today. Should I make that an announcement? Let me make that an announcement, class. No, not this. Hold on, just do this to the screen. Go like this. Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. Like that. Oh, where's mine? Oh, I can't teach without my. Oh, let me give you that music back so that you can. Okay, today I will finish the explanation of the absolute convergence implies convergence factoid. I don't know what to call it. The absolute convergence test? And I'll finish that, and then we'll move on to the discussion surrounding alternating series. Let me move my camera. It kind of looks like it. Okay. So let's begin, class. Get your thinking caps on. Okay. Good. 11 people come to class these days. Amazing. Awesome. Absolute convergence implies convergence. That's what I was explaining last time. Oh, I gotta move my chair. This way. Okay. Let's finish this. Let me say what the statement was. Let's begin this. Okay. Absolute convergence implies convergence. What does this mean again? And I want Toaster. I don't know if Toaster's here, but I want Toaster to pay special attention. What was absolute convergence? Okay. We say a random series doesn't have to have positive terms or anything. That's the great thing about this test. Converges absolutely if this series converges. The series where you just make everything positive. Oh, it was negative? Make it a positive and add up those positive numbers instead. Toaster was so puzzled. I don't know where Toaster is, but Toaster was puzzled. At the end of last class, Toaster said, "I don't get this, Professor. Are you claiming that when you do this drastic thing where you change the series to its positive version, you're adding up to the same number?" No, that's not what we're saying at all. We are not talking about the number that the series adds up to. We don't know jack bleep about that right now. We're going to learn that later, folks. Only for certain types of magical conspiracy series. Okay? No, we're talking about a simple question. Does the series converge or not? Nothing about what it converges to. I agree with you. You go and drastically change the series, the terms. Some of the terms were negative, now you just make them positive all of a sudden. No way you're going to get the same answer at the end, if the answer exists in the first place. But we're talking about whether the answer exists in the first place. That's it. All right. So remember, we say that a series converges absolutely if when you do this drastic thing and make everything positive, if that thing converges. And the statement is that absolute convergence implies convergence. And what we're going to use, I'm going to demonstrate this to you. I'm going to show you that this is a true fact. This here is a true statement. Okay, let me show you how it goes. Step 1. Step 1, we I showed you step 1 last time. And it was Toaster's theorem. Toaster agreed. That if x is any number, then this sequence of inequalities is always true. That is always the case. No matter any real number. Okay? All right. That's true. So step 1 is to realize that fact. And step 2 is to use it. Step 2. Pretend you know that the absolute series converges. Because that's what the statement is saying. If you know that your series converges absolutely, then your series on the nose, the original OG series, actually converged. Not to the same number. No. Just converges, period. Okay. Pretend you know this thing converges absolutely. Okay? Okay, if you know that a series converges, then twice the series also converges. That's obvious. The 2 just distributes and you get twice the number. If the first one added up to a finite number, twice it adds up to twice the number. That's how adding works. Okay. So this series also converges. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply observation in step 1 to the numbers a sub n. I'm going to put a sub n into here. From step 1, what we know is that 0 is less than or equal to a sub n plus its absolute value, which is also less than or equal to 2 times a sub n. And so what this tells us by the direct comparison test, implies that this series also you see, because it's smaller than this series, add up the bigger things. In the previous step, we concluded that that series converges too, because we're pretending that half of it converged. And now we're in the direct comparison situation. This particular series here is sandwiched underneath a convergent series and above the ground. Awesome. And so we end up with the following riddle. We know that this series converges. We know that this series converges. We know that the first one converges. That's what we deduced in the previous step. The second one converges. That's what we're pretending. That's our assumption. That's absolute convergence. So then the question is, what does that imply about our original series? This is the OG series. No absolute value. Well, if you squint, the original series is the subtraction of the first series minus the second. First minus second. First series minus the second would give us OG series. We know both of those converged to finite numbers. So the subtraction series converges to a finite number. Adding two convergent series, subtracting two convergent series, always yields a convergent series. So this should be PogChamp, a wall of PogChamps in the chat, because what we've just done is an example of a mathematical proof. Okay? Underlying the whole subject is a certification system, which makes mathematics the least fake news in the universe. What you see when you look under the hood of mathematics, all these tests and everything, are certifications, proofs. You deduce what's true from prior truths, and those prior truths are deduced from even prior ones. And in the beginning, you start with well-defined 14 axioms. Believe it or not, the seeds of mathematics, the mathematics you learn, starts with 14 axioms, and we know their axioms, and we tell you their axioms, and then we flow with logic. No other subject in this universe, in your school, our school, is this correct. And so I just wanted to give you a taste of what a proof looks like. You deduce a marvelous statement from a previous ingredients, like direct comparison principle. And subtraction of two convergent series is convergent, etc. Great. The subject is pristine, perfect. And that's what makes it beautiful. Okay, especially in today's world. All right. Let's go. Absolute convergence implies convergence. I'm not saying swap out for positive version, you get the same answer. No, you get different answers, for sure. But convergence follows the existence of an answer. Okay, let's do it. I'll show you an example. This series notice, this is not a series with positive terms. The tests we had so far, bad. Not applicable. However, so what's the question? Does this converge? Is this a finite number? I don't know. Here's a trick you can do. Swap to the absolute version. You know, the best version that it aspires to in life. The most optimistic one. What is the absolute version of this series? 1 minus? No, plus. Plus, good. Minus? No. Now we're doing plus. Plus, good. Minus? No. Sorry. You're mistaken. Ah, look at this series. This is P series. The P series. Which by the integral test or whatever, memorized, this is a thin tail. Minecraft blocks underneath a thin tail. That thing converges. So, 2. Let's use the language. Our series converges absolutely. So by the miracle of the absolute convergence implies convergence theorem? Absolute convergence test says, loudly declares, our original series also converged.
Wow.
All right, so let's just give this. Let me.
Wow. Wow.
Pause. Think about
Wow.
the utility of this
Wow.
absolute convergence
Wow.
theorem. Notice how it gave us a conclusion in a
Wow.
with a particular kind of series that we didn't have
Wow.
the ability to analyze yet.
Wow.
That means we're getting somewhere,
Wow.
folks. That's what getting somewhere feels like.
Wow.
All right, now I'll tell you by magic. So this is a number. This is a number. Tori, ... is here. ... forever. This is a number. That's a number. I'm going to tell you what number that is. This number, I happen to know this one. I know like 5 or 6 exact series, and I'll teach them to you. Around Thanksgiving, I'll teach them to you. Exact computation. I know like 5. This one, it's a number. It's a little bit too advanced to teach it to you this semester, but I'll give you some historical BS story about the calculation of some of these special ones. This one is pi squared divided by 12. You don't believe me? Don't believe me? Go do the 15th partial sum of this. Do it up to 15. And then type in pi squared over 12 in your second calculator. You carry one in both pockets, right? So on the one pocket, one holster, do partial sum up to 15 here. In the second holster, you got the second TI. Type in pi squared over 12 and compare the digits. You'll start to believe. You'll start to believe. Okay. But how the hell do you figure that out? Now you're a mathematician. You're curious. You're interested in the world. You have curiosity. You have a spark of why. That's good. Kindle that. Let's go. Let's keep going. I'm now going to tell you about a common situation where this example is one particular case. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Start saying that loud and clear, especially if you're in public. Plus, minus, plus, minus. That's a situation that is so special and cool that we can actually say stuff about it. So I'm going to switch to that. Topic 2 for today. The concept of an alternating series. Let's talk about alternating series for a second. The one I just showed you was an alternating series. Example. 1 minus a fourth plus a ninth minus a 16th plus a 25th minus a 36th plus 49th minus... This is an alternating series. I'll show you another one. This one is red hot. This one's going to be important. This one teaches us life lessons, just like the harmonic series taught us life lessons. Okay? Write this one down in red. Red meaning interesting, not bad necessarily. You see the pattern. Let me write it in summation notation. I need an alternator. I need to start positive. Good. I need to do the denominator pattern. Boom, done. Right? You want it? I already did the other one. Everyone see why I put the little n plus 1? Just a little bit of a... I need to start positive. Okay. This is an example of an alternating series. Why is it alternating? It alternates between the terms. They're alternating between positive and negative. I don't have to explain that anymore. It's positive, negative, positive, negative. Or, negative, positive, negative, positive. None of this, okay? None of this. No, positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative. No. That's not alternating. Alternating literally means every other. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Alternating. When we have alternating series, we can deduce stuff about them kind of easily. That's why we like them. All right? It turns out we like alternating series because we'll have one more test available in analyzing them. Great! Okay. So write these examples down. Write down the following stupid example. Here's a silly example. 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 plus... Nothing diverges. How do we know it diverges? This thing diverges. It diverges, for example, from the divergence test. The terms are not going to zero. Terms are doing some crazy thing. That's not the case with these. These terms are going to zero. And we already know that this one converges. But if you look at our techniques so far, we still don't know about exclamation point example. This example is still a mystery. This is an example which we don't have techniques for yet in order to figure out whether it converges or not. All right? A student might be confused. They might say, hold on. Let's use the absolute convergence test. Let's do that. Let's try to use the absolute convergence test on triple exclamation point example. Let's give it a better name. Alternating harmonic. Let's go see what the absolute convergence test gives us in this example. Pay attention. It's hard. We're just exercising logic. Okay, here's the series. Let's see what its absolute version, its best self, looks like. Absolutify. Okay, let's do it. 1. Minus? No, plus. Good, plus. Minus? No. Minus is 6? No, nuh-uh. Not in the absolute version. Question 2. Does absolute version converge? No. This is your old friend, the harmonic series. And by Minecraft logic, the harmonic series was known to diverge. This thing diverges, folks. So, here's 50%. 68.9 repeating percent of my students will do the following move. Okay? This is what you'll do. Conclusion. I know, I was taught this. If the absolute version diverges, then so does the original series. So that you just concluded, you, not me, you concluded that the original gangster series called the alternating harmonic series, you concluded that it diverged because you applied the absolute convergence principle. But you should learn how to read. Go read what the absolute convergence principle is saying. It is saying, if it converge, absolutely, then it converges. Period. No more, no fluff after that, no spinning it around. That's all it says, and that's all it meant to say. And here you go, you end up with, the absolute version diverged. Therefore, just put the divergence at the end of the sentence. No, you're not reading the letter of the law and applying it as stated. And that's why, in fact, you are reaching the wrong conclusion. So I'm going to tell you a miracle. Wrong. So this is wrong. This is exactly the kind of thing I would test next week. All right. Here is the miracle about the alternating harmonic series. This thing converges. And you know what? I'm just gonna mess with you. This is something I'll be able to tell you by the end of the semester. In fact, it's equal to the natural log of 2. Just in fact, this is for later. Math Mama asked, what does it converge to? This time? This number is the natural log of 2. Obviously. That wasn't clear to you? That's the beauty of this weird infinite mathematics. Okay, but why does it converge? How do I know convergence here? None of our tools don't help here, folks, so far. So how do I know it? I know it because I know something called the alternating series test. That sounds useful. I know this because of something called the alternating series test. Before I talk about this test, I want to ask the audience a question. Hey students, what type of series do you think the alternating series test is going to be about? Look at chat. Looking at chat. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. What did you say? A little bit out of focus. What kinds of series do you think this test is useful for? This doesn't work as well as I imagined. Alternating. Yes, Dingy. Thank you. Thank you. The lengths I go through just to get engagement. Alternating series. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm going to phrase the test. I'm going to tell you what it is. And then we're going to explore why it's true. With a frog. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here's what the test says. Test. Pretend A1 minus A2 plus A3 minus A4 plus A5 minus A6 plus A7 minus... Pretend this is an alternating series which has a particular property such that... Okay, by the way, when I write an alternating series like this, I'm just pretending that all the numbers, A1, A2, are positive numbers. So that, like, and then I'm just putting the sign switch into your brain. Like, 1 minus... So, A1 is 1, A2 might be 1/2, A3 might be 1/3, A4 might be 1/4. That's the alternating harmonic series that we don't know how to analyze, but I just told you converged. Okay? So this is an alternating series such that A1 is bigger so the numbers decrease, i.e. the raw amounts decrease. Not only do they decrease, but they decrease to 0. 1 and 2. The limit of the terms, of the quantities that are plused and minused, those numbers tend to 0. Suppose you have an alternating series where the forward amount hops, the backward hops, the forward hop, the hop distances are getting smaller and smaller to 0. Smaller and smaller to 0. You have to ensure that they're getting smaller and smaller, and you have to ensure they're getting smaller and smaller, not to 1 or to 0.227 or to 0.002. No, they're going down to 0. When you look at the end, then the series converges. That sounds like a rather useful test. Look, I'll apply the test before teaching you why it's true. I will teach you why it's true using a frog. But before I start down that frog hole, I'm going to show you how to apply it with our friend alternating series. Alternating harmonic series. So here it is. 1 minus a half plus a third minus a fourth plus a fifth. So what's the steps? 1. Extract out the quantities that are being alternated. Look at this sequence. Look at that sequence. And you ask 2 questions. Question 1. Is the sequence decreasing? Meaning, is it not increasing? Yeah, of course. Yes. 1/8 is less than 1/7, and 1/9 is less than 1/8. But is it decreasing to 0? That's question number 2. Decreasing to 0? Well, look, this is 1 over n. That's the name of this sequence. Yes, of course, this is 0. 2 yeses means you are ready to apply the alternating series test. The test can be pressed. You get to use this tool. So the alternating series test implies convergence. What does it converge to? Who the hell knows, Math Mama? We're gonna have to learn all kinds of new stuff to do very few examples. Beautiful examples, stunning. But that's not our concern right now. We know this is a number now, thanks to the alternating series test. What a magical thing! All you gotta check is you're going down in alternation and it's getting zero-ness. Check those 2 things. You've got a convergent series in front of you. Alternating. Gotta be alternating. Okay. So finally, before next class, I'll teach you why the alternating series test is true using a frog. I promise you. So come to class. But what I want to give you now is a definition because it fits better in 3 minutes in my 45-minute lectures. Okay, so here's a little definition. Smart vocab. Okay. We know what it means for a series to converge absolutely. Okay? If a series converges absolutely. No. If a series converges, but its absolute version doesn't, if a series is known to converge somehow by some miracle of genius, but its absolute version does not converge, we say it converges conditionally. Let me give you the first example that you've ever seen of a series that converges conditionally. Actually, hold on. Let me ask the class. Hey class, do you know of an example of a series which converges but only conditionally? It converges, but its absolute version does not. Do you know of such an example, class? I gotta sort of look from. Tell me a series that converges, not absolutely, but it converges. Shrek! Shrek coming in, saving the whole class. That's right, Math Mama. Absolutely. That's right. The alternating series, the harmonic alternator. Whatever. It's getting late. Okay, class. Class, my class. In the chat, tell me. Did the content of today's lecture... I'm going to teach you why the alternating series test is true on Wednesday. But do the ideas kind of make sense? Is it confusing? Is it... if it's confusing, do not like this. If it makes sense, do PogChamp. All right? Not like this or PogChamp. Both. Hot Tamale does both. This class, man. This class. Go Pokes. Okay, it made sense. Good. The story, it's not as hard as it's not hard, folks. It's simply keeping the ideas clear. Like, don't add extra nuance. Read the letter of the law, appreciate the tests, and see how we're just kind of lining them up to deduce stuff. That's the beauty of logic. You can line up simple ideas in a particular order. And then if the logic flows, if grandma's safe, you get real conclusions. The next time I'm going to teach you using a frog. I'm going to convince you that the alternating series test is true. It just kind of swooped in like magic. Awfully convenient. All right, recorder, Macaco. Macaco is here. Awesome. So let's start building the credits. Credits. Oh, by the way, you have an exam at 1. It's 10 questions. I'm not trying to trick you. Read them carefully. I'm trying to test your understanding. I'm trying to help you gain more points, bulk up the exam score. I made it 20 points. 2 per question. So you got a lot of time. Take it. Breathe. All right, Macaco. We're showing up. All right, who else? Who was teacher's pet? That's right, teacher's pet. Just a human. Teacher's pet. Word. Okay. Awesome. Who else was in here? American anthem, please. You're feeling patriotic? Shungite was ordered? Yeah, tropical. Oh, Tyrion. It's usually tropical, but Tyrion. Here you go. Did you get a new iPhone? Is that why? Yeah, you gotta watch out for that 5G. Just do this. Come closer to the screen. You're not close enough. All right, good. Now I can feel it. I can feel it going through. Awesome. Bike till the heart explodes? Maybe at the end. Battling Storm. Oh my god. Battle. By the way, Battling Storm, you have a cameo in the exam. So you're a celebrity. And I think a couple others are also in the exam. I hope you don't mind, you know. All right. Who else? I guess Battling Storm gets some recognition. Shrek. Dude, Shrek comes in. Shrek and Math Mama really delivered today. Oh yeah, I think Math Mama's in the exam too. Sorry about that. I was just inspired. Okay. Let's see. Who else was out there? Crow. Of course, Crow makes it. Crow sneaks up into first place because Crow pays the bills for some reason that unclear to me. But that's what corruption looks like, folks. Play by different rules, Crow. Right. Okay. Now, who else do we... Of course, we've got the moderators. I don't know which moderators were here today because I was busy telling a story about absolute convergence, conditional convergence, the alternating series test. How convenient. Let's see what happened in chat. Dingy coming in. Dingy coming in hot. Some good answers in there, I saw that. Anonymous, Tori, Hot Tamale, usual suspects. I think Anonymous makes it into the exam. And so is Tori. I hope you don't get offended by the way you have been depicted in the exam. Actually, I don't care. So, but, you know, just, you know, be a good sport about it. It's fun. It's all fun. Okay. Wait, Gath was here. Gath was in here, and no one shouted her out. Can you believe that? Gath was in here. Everyone go check out Gath. Gath teaches organic chemistry like nobody else you've seen. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There's like very few of us professors on here. And then out of the professors, there's like 2 of them who do like a insane spectacular job of explaining and teaching. I should probably not even advertise this because my students will see what I could be doing. Which is terrible for evaluations. My evaluations. Okay. Is this Dr. K? What a disguise. For legal reasons, I can't answer that, Radu. Oh, you'll be offended? Too late. Too late, Tori. I think you'll like it. There are a lot of pumpkin. Okay. Okay, fine. Here, let me draw some pumpkins to reassure my class. All right, class, just, you know, it's a friendly exam. It's got a lot of pumpkins in it. So just, you know, here you go. Here's your comfort. Okay. Okay, that's what I thought, Tori. I had a suspicion that this would do the trick. Yeah. Wait, there was a pickup line? Let me go. Let me go look at it. See, that's what's wrong with our society, folks. That kind of just crass humor. You know what? I'm just... Wait, that didn't work. Got inverted somehow. All right. Finally, who should we put in the credits? We should definitely put the absolute convergence test and the curiously convenient alternating series test. I'll explain it using a frog. Okay, someone wanted music? There you go. I just discovered that I can play this song because it doesn't have any notes that are half notes chromatically. So here you go. I don't know if you'd appreciate this, but earlier today I noticed that I have this in my skill set. So Very few songs I can play because you can't have any G sharps or B flats, or essentially half the notes have to be gone. So when I find a new one, it's good news. I'll make sure I play it. Thank you, F and HC. Thank you. B-boy. B-boy. Terrible idea. Oh, my bad, B-boy. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. Might want to turn the volume off. Like, down. Yeah. Do you want me to play it again with lower volume? Is that what you're saying? I mean, it would make sense, but... No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Learning balance. Ah, good. Hot cross buns. Actually, someone redeemed, well, in the music request channel on our Discord, someone asked for a hot cross buns. Now, I had forgotten this song, but early in everyone's music education, you learn, this is one of the first songs you learn. So I think I got this, but let's see. That's hot cross buns, right? I mean, that's what came up when I Googled it. Yeah. All right. Get out of here. Let's roll these credits. We had a great day today. Everyone got what they redeemed with channel points, including Battlestorm Galactica. All right. And these were some of the main characters today. Shrek. Math Mama, thank you for helping out at critical moments. Dingy too. Dingy knows what was going on. Everyone else, not so sure. But they were here, and that's all that matters. Kind of. I mean, you gotta do a little bit better than just being here. But, baby steps. Alright? Make sure you take the exam. That's a good strategy for school in general. Try hard on the exam. I'm trying to just test basic understanding of the ideas, not just computational robot ideas. All right, absolute convergence test. Wonderful. Curious, convenient, alternating series test. I'll explain next time. But also, clearly quite wonderful. All right, so with that, a little bit of Shungite by Tropical Geek, who I suspect is just wanting to get in the credits. So here you go. I think what you actually wanted was just some attention. So here you go. There's your attention for today. And here's your Shungite. So here you go. All right, here's Tropical Geek. Just came in right at the end. They saw the credits were rolling. They knew things were shutting down, and they still could not resist. So here, this is how we'll end. Just for you. Okay? This is how we're going to end the stream. Oh, wonderful. That's what I like to hear. Battling Storm. I hope you enjoy your role in the exam.